My usual manner of praying is this. I no sooner begin to pray than my soul becomes enveloped in a peace and tranquility that words cannot describe. The senses become inactive, with the exception of my hearing, which is sometimes not inactive. Generally, however, this does not bother me in the least. And I must confess that even if a great deal of noise were to be made around me, it would not disturb me at all. From this, you will understand that I rarely succeed in using my mind in discursive prayer. It frequently happens that at certain moments, when my mind wanders from the continual thought of God, who is always present to me, I suddenly feel the touch of our Lord in a most penetrating and sweet manner in the depths of my soul, so that more often than not, I am obliged to shed tears of sorrow for my infidelity and of love for such a good and attentive Father who calls me back to His presence. At other times, I experience instead a great aridity of soul. I feel so oppressed by my many bodily ailments that I am incapable of pulling myself together to pray, no matter how much I want to. This state of soul is becoming so intense that it will be a miracle of our Lord if I do not die of it. When the heavenly spouse of souls is pleased to put an end to this martyrdom, He suddenly sends me an irresistible spiritual fervor. In an instant, everything is changed, and I feel so enriched by supernatural grace and so full of strength that I am ready to defy the whole of Satan's kingdom. All I can say about this prayer is that my soul seems to be completely lost in God, and that in those moments it gains more than it could in many years of intensive spiritual exercises. Praying is talking, listening to, and being with God. Praying must be a total outpouring of the soul, an eager and hopeful attempt to bridging the spirits of the child within us to our divine parent. Praying thus becomes an emotional exchange of words spoken and heard in the deepest recesses of our hearts, amidst the silence of our solitude. A dialogue of love and affection that defies space and time. Conversations born purely from spontaneity. In praying, we commit to a daily prayer time with God, like keeping a daily date with someone we love. Once we are in the encounter, we always wait for the voice of God, speaking to our minds, through our hearts, and for our spirits. In prayer, we learn to love and understand God. Understanding now who we love, we make reparation for our offenses against Him. And we promise to obey Him from now on. Through a regular prayer habit, we are moved to love Him more and more each day, leading us to desire learning more about Him and to try doing what He does, sharing His love to and for others, in the family and in the community. As we persevere in these works of mercy and compassion, we are moved towards a more intimate relationship with Him, into a silent immersion in Him, becoming a child sustained in the warm embrace of its parent. It is in prayer that we are ultimately brought into union with His divine love.